Fire department.
Yeah, I live over on Hargis and I see something burning.
I'm living at Keystone. Where's that fire to that big smoke that I can see?
Memphis on Venice Boulevard near Cardiff.
Fire department.
Did you know there's a fire in Washington National near?
Fire department?
Yeah, there's big, huge flames in the air around the corner from Culver City.
Well, there was a block of burning buildings in front of me.
On June 16, 1976, I was a firefighter, off duty that particular day. I was headed west on the north side of Venice Boulevard, and I don't remember the time, but I was about the fourth car back when I saw all the smoke in front of me, and then all of a sudden everything just jammed up.
I was home and called to man the reserve. And it only takes me a few minutes to get to the reserve. And we were told to come up on the south side of Venice Boulevard near Main Street.
Just before I left the house, I got a phone call from the fire department saying there had been a gas explosion. And in my mind, I presumed it was like from a gas heater. You know, it was that kind of gas. And so I'm expecting that I'm going to see some pushed out walls or something like that in a building. And as I was on the 10 freeway, kind of coming through the tunnel, I saw a huge loom up, in Culver City. The closer I got, I could see that it was really a big deal.
Fire department.
What happened?
Okay, we're really busy right now. I can't really talk, okay?
Okay.
I wanted to become a fireman. I had some friends that were firefighters. I took 4 exams: LA City, Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, and Culver City. I had a call from LA City to go to school at their firefighting and to report. Culver City called. Culver City asked me if I was on any of their lists, and I mentioned, they says, "Oh, we don't want you, you're going to be in LA's. You'll get training here and go over there and work." And I said, "No, wait a minute. I live here. I want to live here, and you got my word, and it's as good as gold. I'm staying with this city." So I got hired with the Culver City Fire Department and went to work with them. It was 1960.
I was a public school English teacher at Venice High School for a full career. I taught for 32 years. At the corner of Wall Grove and Venice Boulevard, I looked to my right and saw a huge loom up a mile or two down the road. And it was a pretty good fire going there, and I just started taking pictures, and then one of the captains said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm just shooting some pictures here." I said, "Well, I just came from a convention, and they said if we ever found somebody who wanted to shoot pictures of our fire department, we should latch on to them." I said, "I'd love to shoot some pictures of the fire department." I said, "Well, come back tomorrow, let me introduce you to the chief, and we'll go from there." The chief was a very accommodating man. He just said, "Fine," and that's how that began a 45-year association with the Culver City Fire.
Well, as a city employee, I began in 1967, Culver City PD for 6 years. In 1973, I transferred to the fire department. And I retired December 30th, 1995.
They were widening Venice Boulevard, and so doing that, they punched this liquid gasoline 4-inch main.
A dozer was working there and cut a gasoline line under pressure, and the fumes that lay down on the ground, they aren't high fumes, started penetrating on the north side of the street due to the wind direction. And we in Culver City really lucked out.
So the gasoline was just spewing out for a period of time, but enough time that the gas was running in the gutter like water.
The poor people at the stop sign there, and when it found an ignition thing, there was a flame that shot through the whole place.
And then it just took off. And in taking off, it just, so all of these buildings were ignited.
And everything was on fire from one end of, I guess it was where the Masonic Lodge is, back to where Main Street is, and where all the cars were incinerated.
And all of the cars that were on Venice Boulevard in that vicinity were just caught in the fire. So there were these burning cars and dead bodies on the ground that had been cremated.
Fire department.
Yeah, we have an explosion. This is the phone company. It's on the freeway up by Venice. Where is it? And we need as many units as we can get because it's an explosion like a bomb or
An
something.
explosion at Venice and Waseca?
Venice and 2 blocks from Waseca. About
Is it on Venice Boulevard?
Ma'am, yes, the whole street of Venice is blazing.
Chaos. Terrible.
Responding down Culver, we could see the flames above MGM. It would be about Overland and Washington. The flames were high above MGM buildings. Unbelievable. Flames, not smoke.
Well, technically, it's impossible to put it out. The fire was so intensely hot, it melted the plastic on the fire engine. They had to back up.
First there was Culver City. And Culver City, especially in those times, was a rather small department.
Every engine company, we had 3 companies, was there.
3 engines, 1 rescue, and a truck company. In those days, it was a snorkel.
LA City had responded with everything they got. They really had the manpower.
Fire department.
Yeah, this is L.A. I'm sure you're aware of it. We've got a lot of units rolling toward Venice and Bagley.
Right, we're over there.
Are you there?
Yeah, are you coming?
Yeah, we got a lot of companies coming.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Okay.
LA City sent 40 companies. So the place was just inundated with fire engines. I mean, Los Angeles City had helicopters and engine companies. They had tankers coming from the airport. It was a major, major scene for a couple of hours.
Go ahead.
Fire department. Yes. Fire department.
It was just unbelievable to see it in person.
Fire department.
We have an emergency for you, sir, and a gentleman on the line.
Okay.
Okay, fire department, we have an explosion in one of our tow truck drivers in the Auto Club of Southern California at Venice and Inn.
There's a man just north of Venice Boulevard on Cardiff. He is badly burned, and there has not been an ambulance arrived yet. I know he needs to be transported immediately. You can't cross Venice Boulevard, that's all in flames.
Fire department.
Yes, this is Dr. Kilpatrick at Brockman Hospital, and I just wanted to let you know, if you already didn't, that we got plenty of room for any of those patients from that fire over on Venice.
Is it a chemical fire? Can I use my water? All my electricity's off.
Fire department.
Hi, this is Rosemary Walsh over at Pacific Telephone. Is there any chance that we are to be evacuated with this fire right now?
Pardon?
Because we have mass confusion right here, right now, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Yes, this is KABC Radio, and I'm calling over to find out, I understand there's a big fire going on there, and I wanted to get some of the details.
Hi, this is NBC News in Burbank. Have you any information about that explosion out there? Venice Boulevard? This is the medical group of Culver City, and we understand there was an explosion on Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
Was the hospital affected?
We have no information, and I don't think the hospital was
Oh.
affected.
I heard the explosion, and then suddenly I can see flames. I'm on National and Club Drive. Am I far from it?
Has there been an explosion in Culver City?
It's a gas line explosion.
Kind of an explosion.
A gas line explosion.
So they began shutting off gas lines.
But there's still a lot of fluid leaking into the ditch. The ditch was loaded, and then all that fumes were coming out.
Fire department?
Is there something about evacuating or anything like that? I don't know what it is. It's sort of scary.
This disc was foamed. Our guys helped foam it. And then after we foamed it and the flames were all out, LA City chief came in with a helicopter. And he came in with his helicopter and blew the foam away. And I looked at that, and I looked down Main Street, and our chief, and that was George Sweeney, carrying cold drinks for the guys. And I said, now there's a difference. I like that.
I've been with Culver City 45 years, and I've gone to a number of significant fires, but nothing on that scale. This burned out a block of buildings, burned a dozen cars or more, dead bodies lying around. It was a real disaster. That was the granddaddy of all Culver City fires.